Good morning, good evening, depending on when you're listening to the broadcast. Uh, this is the second pre recorded episode of PSINYS Paranormal Talk Radio. I'm your host, Patrick, founder of the Paranormal Scientific Investigation, New York State. And first of all, tonight, I would like to say a few things. First up, I want to thank all the people that have liked our Facebook page. Also, those that are following us on Twitter. We hope that you'll continue to do so. And special thanks to all of you who are uh, on our blog page following that. Uh, and again, thank you to all. And we hope you'll continue to watch us and look for updates. And we appreciate it. Okay, with that said, I'd also like to announce that we have posted on YouTube an account with some of our investigations and a blog talk radio broadcast podcast that we've added to that. Um, we've posted 3 investigations so far, 2 of a private residence in Albany, uh, and the third one, a resident in Schenectady, New York, which I resided at for a period of time. And it's the situation that occurred prompted me to do this investigation, and I'll get into that. Again, we're on YouTube, and I'll post a link on that, so you'll be able to get on there and watch some of these episodes. We'll be posting more as time goes on. But the Schenectady, New York investigation, as I said, I was a resident there for a while, and what prompted me to do the investigation was I was coming into the house one day through the side door into the kitchen area. I had opened the door. I heard a massive sound, which I couldn't explain, never heard it before, and about a millisecond later, I seen the cabinet that has been on the wall for a good 7 years had started flying toward me after that sound, and it landed about a foot and a half away from where I was standing. Fortunately, when I heard the sound, I had stopped walking. Had I kept walking, the cabinet would have probably landed on me. Uh, so anyway, at that point, I right away went into scientific mode. I had checked the wall, checked the nails in the cabinet, the screws, the implements there that were holding it up. Uh, I could not find any reason as to why it had came off the wall like that. Uh, and instead of falling from the wall onto the countertop, or just tipping over on the countertop and landing in the front of the in front of the countertop, it flew a good 5 feet uh, off the wall onto the to the area, which I posted the pictures in that investigation at the end of it. And you can see I've taken a good 12 or 13 pictures of everything and explaining stability of the cabinet, the fact that nothing had broken. It just like it was pushed from the back of the wall or thrown from the back of the wall, and that's the only explanation I have. So at that point, we did a series of vibrational tests to see if heavy vibrations could have caused it. We did a seismographic check to see if there was any major or minor tremors or uh, earthquakes or anything that would have possibly caused that to happen, and we found none. My explanation for this is the only one I can come up with at this point. was that 2 years prior, the woman who resides at the house had moved in a family member, and since she moved in, she had been troubled previously anyway, and was a very negative person, still is, and I believe that she had brought with her dark energy. 6 months after she had moved into the residence, a lot of strange occurrences and unexplained phenomena would happen. Lights would come on and off for no reason. Strange sounds. Uh, Doors would seem to open and close, which again we did scientific tests on that to see if the area of the door was level. If there was any wind coming through a window or anything like that, there was nothing happening. The electricity was checked also, and that was fine. The switches had no faults or no malfunctions indicated on the switches. Um, Certain lights would just pop. Uh, Again, we checked the electricity and nothing was found. Um, Strange sounds, unexplained footsteps, the voices sounded like someone was talking, and there was no one there. So this led me to prompted me to do the investigation. Uh, about a half a year later, I had moved out uh, back in January and went back in June, I believe, to do the investigation. Um, we had caught a few EVPs there. One of our investigators who was with me uh, thought she had heard a sound or had heard a sound like someone was talking, but it wasn't picked up on the camcorder or the recorder. Our CCT cameras that we had set up on total night vision had the one camera in the kitchen area eventually was starting to flash. It was like a light flashing in front of it. We checked the camera for any type of malfunctions. We had also switched cameras and replaced it with another one, and shortly after did the same thing. And then we noticed the door to the outside from going into the cellar and the outside entrance had opened, and at one point it closed. We'll be posting that video on there as well. That I don't have up yet. I just have the cabinet with an explanation at the end of the investigation. The person is still experiencing unexplained phenomena at the residence, and the person who moved in, that she moved in, family member, is still living there. And I believe that because of the dark energy and the state of mind that this person is causing what is famously known as a poltergeist activity. Some people explain that as the person has psychological issues or something dark going on, and for some reason it projects the energy onto certain objects in the residency and stuff. John Zaffis, if anybody's heard of him or kept up with him, he's the haunted collector. He has a museum there of haunted items that he has safely tucked away. Uh, the implications of the fact that it's not only people but objects that you could move into a house, antiques, stuff like that, can carry residual energy or negative energy that can cause these unexplained phenomena in the home once they're bought or put in there. So this is what I believe. I believe this person has a dark entity or a lot of dark energy with her, had brought it into the house, and this is what I believe is causing the phenomena and the unexplained flying cabinet that had missed me pretty much by a foot and a half. Um, so yes, that there can be some uh, destructive and dangerous activity uh, when you're dealing with a negative entity or negative energy in a home or anywhere for that matter. That can be serious. So, after looking at that investigation, if you have any questions on that, please feel free to go to our webpage, psinys.com. Hit the contact button, email me, and I will, if you want to, know any further information on that, updates or anything, I'd be more than happy to respond to you. We usually don't investigate negative energy type situations. We have another group that does that, that we work with. But if it's if it's something that we feel that could bring some scientific data to our investigations, we will do it. We protect ourselves by the light, um, this the belief in God, and we will do that, but that doesn't always protect us either. It doesn't always protect the investigator who is investigating this dark energy. Sometimes the dark energy is so strong, the entity is so strong that no matter what your belief system is, no matter how well you're protected, it's gonna somehow affect you. Uh, Now, uh, as I say, we went through a whole series of scientific tests to figure out uh, what made this thing fly off the wall, what was causing these unexplained occurrences to happen. Uh, we did all kinds of tests to disprove it, and we couldn't. So therefore, as far as I'm concerned, and we're concerned, we label it as an unexplained phenomenon. The the dark energy entity phenomena, like which is what we like to call it, is what actually happened and what was there and what still, I believe, is residing in that household. Okay. Unfortunately, most of our investigations that you see or that you will see as we post them are not as elaborate or exciting as some of the TV shows that you see on TV. We again are looking for the scientific explanations of these things. We we study, we take our time, we thank the spirits, even if we don't hear them. Because we know that they're there. The dimensional shifts, so to speak, is what we believe that our soul, our energy, spirit, after it leaves our body, it goes either to an alternate plane, an alternate reality, or an alternate dimension, uh, which is where we believe that the spirits reside, or our energy resides, once we pass from this plane to the next. Which is why we been introducing the science of quantum physics and mechanics to our investigations. Equipment, as I said in our first podcast, equipment that is in use and equipment that hasn't been built yet, that is in progress to prove scientifically the existence of these unexplained phenomena. Now, getting to that, let me bring up a point here. In August of 2014, uh, a an eerie photo from a quantum camera captured a ghost image using a quantum entanglement. By utilizing a process that Einstein famously called spooky, scientists have successfully caught the ghosts on film for the first time using a quantum camera. Now, the ghost captured on camera wasn't the kind that you might first think. Scientists did not discover a wandering lost soul of our ancestors. Rather, they were able to capture images of objects from photons that never actually encountered the object's picture. The technology has been dubbed ghost imaging. Normal cameras work by capturing light that bounces back from an object. That's how optics are supposed to work. So, how can it be possible to capture an image of an object from light if the light never bounced off the object? Well, the answer is short: quantum entanglement. Entanglement is a weird instantaneous link that has been shown to exist between certain particles, even if they are separated by vast distances. How exactly the phenomenon works remains a mystery, but the fact that it works has been proven. The quantum camera captures ghost images by making use of two separate laser beams that have their photons entangled. Only one beam encounters the objects pictured, but the image can nevertheless be generated when either beam strikes the camera. So again, even though scientists are saying that they have not captured the images of our long dead ancestors and ghosts, we believe that the use of quantum physics cameras and quantum mechanics and entanglement, that we're close to discovering a new realm of possibilities. If this camera can pick up objects that aren't there, then there's no reason why, with a little bit of tweaking, that the camera couldn't pick up interdimensional things that aren't there, cross over to breach a dimension. Again, the with the use of quantum mechanics and quantum particles and physics, we're a whole new generation of science is pretty much anything that can be explained is possible with the use of quantum physics. Now, another thing a subject I'd like to go into here is a place called the Anderson Institute. David Lewis Anderson, a PhD, who has had a research center located at a laboratory in Long Island for a long period of time, and is now branched off to an undisclosed location in New Mexico, researching time travel, time warp, developing of time warp generators. He holds several patents on that. Temporal measurements, just a whole another level of scientific research. And I'll name the website actually. It's www.andersoninstitute.com, and there you'll find a lot of information about what they're doing and what they've done. It is our understanding that they started off actually being able to manipulate time in a laboratory setting, field situation, where they could go 3 minutes ahead and then reverse time 3 minutes back. This was when they first started. From what I understand now, they've actually progressed a lot further, and other countries are involved in this as well. Again, time travel is a bending of space and time. So you're talking about a theory that Einstein had talked about back then. You're also talking about the situation now where you're able to travel forward and backwards in time, sending information forward, retrieving information from the past in a laboratory setting. So this is a fantastic field, dangerous one too as well. But I believe that it also helps in the study of anomalous activities, the paranormal uh, situation and investigations that we're in now that we do. Again, our theory, our belief is that when our energy leaves our body, it goes to another realm or another plane of existence. Could it be another dimension? Could it be the in the 11th dimensional uh, so-called package? Could it be an alternate universe, an alternate timeline, an alternate reality, if you will? Science has actually proven that there are alternate timelines and alternate realities going through this the Anderson Institute papers and information that he's talked about explains a lot of uh, studies about alternate timelines, alternate realities, forward and backward in time, dimensional shifts, uh, warping space. So this is again something I believe that would also help in opening up the realm or the doorway to the other side as well. I believe it's a fine line between there and here, and getting to that point again by the use of uh, science, technology like that, what the Anderson Institute is working on, and the use of quantum mechanics and quantum physics. I believe we're going to be able to very soon breach that doorway. And this is something we've been striving and working on for the past 4.5 years, and are continuing to work on that with the equipment that's already in use in the quantum world, and also the equipment that has not been built yet, but will be. So, we're not. Again, as I was saying earlier, our videos are not as exciting as what you see on TV on the shows, but again, we're not looking for we're not looking for a TV show, folks. We're looking to expand the knowledge, expand the field to a scientific level. Just like I said before, 80 or so years ago, one man looked up in the sky and looked at the moon and said, we're going to go there someday. Well, back then people thought it was you were either crazy, it was science fiction, or fantasy or whatever. And turns out we've been there. Now we've got satellites and observers that are leaving the our galaxy and going on to explore other galaxies. We've also found from observatories that were sent up in space that there's more galaxies and planets and than we expected, just in our own universe, in our own galaxy here. So expanding science to a whole new level by doing these scientific things, which in the past were considered science fiction or crazy, are now mostly reality. Same with time travel. The Anderson Institute has effectively proven, along with several other countries and research institutes such as China, Russia, Japan, India. Take a look at that website, and you'll see that this could be a great help to us as well. So I just wanted to point that out too, and again, our goal is to prove scientifically that there is a place where we go after we pass. Our energy lives on. We live on, in a sense. Our consciousness, our being, what makes us us, lives on. Uh, so again, we're not looking for fame. We're looking for the scientific backing. Wouldn't hurt. The research grants wouldn't hurt either. But again, that's where we are. We're not looking for TV shows. So this is why you'll find some of our stuff and maybe our conversations. Unless you're scientifically attuned to what what we're trying to do here, you may find it boring. But this is what we are, who we are. This is PSINYS, set up for that specific purpose, to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that, and to bring this field into the scientific world. So I hope you enjoyed my little discussion here tonight, and I hope that some of the information I've put on here was informative to the paranormal community and the people who are watching this. I'm also hoping someone in the science field is interested as well, because this will become a science, just like everything else that was considered science fiction or fantasy or crazy is pretty much now reality. So that's where we stand. Again, we are definitely going to be opening up our show to the public. We're going to have topics that we'll be discussing besides paranormal. We'll be discussing again fields such as UFOs, Bigfoot, cryptozoology, time travel, alternative dimensions, alternate realities, things that we will have guests to. We'll have guests from our group who'll be on here. As I said in the first show, we'll have guests from the scientific field, from the astronomy field, and I would like to, if possible, have Mr. David Anderson on our show as well, because I've actually sent a contact letter to him, and I'm hoping to speak with him further in his research and let him know a little bit about ours. So this is something that we'll be discussing in the future as well. And we'll have open lines for the callers. There'll be a call-in number where you can call in and talk to me or whoever's with us at that point. You can discuss your experiences. You can discuss topics that we have up for that particular show, or if you have other interesting topics that may fall under that category, we will talk about them as well. Again, I just want to thank all the people who have followed us on Facebook, Twitter, and our blog, and YouTube is a new post which will be in the. I'll be posting the link to that on our Facebook page, our website, and at the bottom of this podcast. So I hope again that you'll stay tuned. We do plan on having getting our shows up probably after Thanksgiving, where you'll be able to call in. They'll be live. We'll try to run as much as possible. We'll start off with it's supposed to be 2 hours a night, and when we start off, hopefully we'll have callers that'll call in on the topic, and we'll be able to use that 2 hours valuably, and have some interesting and maybe scientific discussions. And who knows, we may even learn something from you, the public out there. So I'm looking forward to it. I know that, and I hope that you are. And I hope you'll continue to support us and look for updates on all our site pages, the Facebook, the blog, the website, and here on the Blog Talk Radio, PSINYS Paranormal Radio Show. Again, thank you for joining us, and we will be talking to you soon. Again, my name is Patrick, your host, and you have a wonderful evening, afternoon, or whenever you're listening to this. I hope your day is well.